Hey YouTube, how's it going? Hope everybody had a good Christmas. We are rocking and rolling with the fish here. Little Tanaka pygmy ass is going around having a good old time. The blue assessor, they are gorgeous. Yes, he is. And my flame fan tang, he's got a little bit of a hidden lateral line erosion, but it's been going away day by day, and he's looking great. It's going away. I'm really excited about that. There's my Ultra Blue Maxima clam. Go over some real quick things, things that are important that I think we should know. Hey Clown Goby, what's up? Yeah, you're like, we're on camera. That's so cool, huh? Yeah. Anyways, see if I can get my little Rainford Goby back in there for you guys. Maybe. Yep, there he is. He's a little bit shy sometimes. Can't really get too much of them. Okay, going into stuff. So I went away for 5 days on Christmas vacation. Came back, everything was perfect. Salinity, water parameters, everything. The pet sitter really took care of good stuff here. I'm gonna go over some Christmas gifts I got and some other things. So one of the things I bought was this neat little Little Fishies Mag Clip. Now this is the smaller magnet one. There's a bigger one, but I got this one, and oh boy, I didn't think about this before I did the video. So when you pull it up, it has, I don't know if you can see it, it's got a little plastic disc right there. See, right there, a little plastic disc in between the glass. It's a piece of plastic, and make sure when you buy this you use that piece of plastic because it helps it slide it around. If you take off that little half-inch plastic disc in the middle, it's free floating, so when you open up the package it'll just pop out. And I didn't know what the hell it was, and I called Bulk Resupply, and they told me, they're like, no, that's to help it slide around. So I got this, so, well, for one, I don't really have to put my hands in the water, but I can move it. I can move it way down here. It doesn't work really quite that great, and I might have the disc on backwards, I don't know. But anyways, you can move it down to places you need to be at without getting your hands too dirty. It usually moves a little bit better than this, but as you can see, this one's not moving the greatest. So, and I'm making a mess. Alright, that's stupid. Okay. Anyways, get the idea. Usually works a little better than that. But anyways, that's about 20 bucks on BRS. They're pretty neat because you can position the veggie clips anywhere you want, and you don't have to worry about like using a suction cup and sticking your hands down there. Like I used to use, I don't even know where it's at. I used to use I can't find it now. Anyways, one I used to use was just like the little suction cup one-step assembly type of deal. Anyways, so let's go on to my plan. So I got some 1 gallon space saving jugs, and I've decorated them up, and I put, let's take this one out for example. So this one I marked with the little red thing, and then I put the add line, and I put mag on it for magnesium. And the reason why I put this line in here is because that black line is because that's how deep I know it goes to where it's sucking up the bottom of it. And I put the add line, and I put the what it is, so for one, I would know what it is. I wouldn't get things mixed up, and two, for when I'm gone, my girlfriend, she'll know what to do. She'll understand things. She'll know that when she has to refill the additives and unscrew the tops, she'll know to put these tubes down far enough with those black lines, and she'll know the add levels, because the add levels are as you can see, they're right there. So I got these awesome badass BRS Drew's dosing pumps. These are not the BRS basic pumps, these are the upgrades. They're about 81 bucks on BRS, and they're pretty nice. They're really competitive. They have awesome, awesome, awesome reviews. I know, like, I think it's Apex Neptune makes some, and Coral View makes some, but BRS makes some great stuff. And so, some things you need to keep in mind, these dosing pumps, I called them and asked them. And they said that the main thing is you want to use this stiff line. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a really hard plastic tubing line. You want to use that. You don't want to use the soft plastic stuff. Like, you want it to be like this hard tubing stuff. And BRS sells a lubricant that easily slides up on here easier, and make sure you zip tie these really tight, because they said you don't want to lose any vacuum. You want it to be zip tied really tight, so it keeps a good prime. So I'm gonna put these probably like kind of like this, you know what I mean? So you kind of get an idea of where they're going to go. So you see my master control. So I'll probably put them like, I don't know, somewhere. So if you're looking back, you know, somewhere right along in here, all three of them. I'm calling an electrician to come and put an outlet probably right here at the bottom right here, somewhere around here. I know you're thinking, you're like, oh, why don't you put the outlets above all the water? That's not. Well, I know all these people love to get all these props and credits and all this recognition for putting these outlets way up high. Newsflash, folks, coming from an electrician. Buy the waterproof little outlet boxes. They're completely 100% waterproof. You can't get nothing in there. You can take a freaking fire hose to them and you're not going to get water in there. Alright? I got one right here. I'll show you what it looks like. Just so I'm not, you know. See back in there? Bam. That's all you got to do. Just get one of those. So I'm going to put it in there, because the problem is when you go to sell your house, you're going to have a freaking outlet way up here. You're going to have to fill it with drywall, or someone's going to not want to buy it. Not that I plan on moving anytime soon. So I'm going to put it down here, or somewhere around here. I want to put a water cover $15 box on it. The electrician, it's going to be a GFCI. I'm going to run a power strip to it, and it's going to be I got these timers. So these do weeks, days, you name it. Yeah, weekday, minute, hour, yada yada yada. It has like so many different settings. You can get these at BRS2 for about 20 bucks a pop. Really nice. These are Apollo 9s, but Hamilton makes some that Marine Depot sells. Oh, hey, I just found out Marine Depot now offers free 5 to 7 business day shipping on everything now. They finally got smart. It only took them like years, from what I heard. I've only been in this hobby for like a year, but apparently they've been doing that for a long time. So now they have free shipping. So they're finally coming over to the good side. So now they'll be now they'll be a little bit competitive to BRS, because BRS always had free shipping, if you remember, forever. If you were a preferred reefer. So anyways, so I got the dosing pumps, I got the timers, like I said, the pumps will go right here. And so this is my plan, guys. So when I get the dosing pump set up, what I'm going to do, well, first of all, I'm not going to use anchors to put these in the wall. These things only weigh about, gosh, I don't know, like not even half, maybe a pound. So I had this, you can buy it at like Ace Hardware, Lowe's, or Home Depot. Ask for industrial strength Velcro. It's usually white. And I did have some, yeah, here it is. So it's something like this right here. This stuff is like ultra sticky. I mean, it's holding up all my, it holds up all my my power strips and everything. It's really strong Velcro, and that way you're not having to put nails and stuff in the wall, and it doesn't take the paint off the wall either, from what I can tell. Just make sure that if you use that Velcro, like if there's like a sticker on the back of this, like peel it off, because what happened is, like, if you do have to pop this off, it'll peel the sticker off too. So make sure like it's a clean surface, put the Velcro on, and put the Velcro on the wall, and it's better than having to drill a bunch of holes. It really is stupid. And I actually talked to BRS, and they said that was a great idea. They said a lot of the guys there do that. So what I'm going to do though with the pumps, while I'm talking about this, so I think it's a good idea to, because everyone wants to use a timer. Like, you have to use timers with these. Like, you really need to. I mean, you have to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the timer up, and I'm going to use like fresh water, or RODI water, And I'm going to like just use a container. It might not be those, but 2 separate containers. And I'm going to make sure that the timer is working properly with the fresh water and make sure it's pumping out what it should, and that I have a warm and fuzzy with the timer. So that way you're not like setting the timer and you've got additives and like heaven forbid you just freaking, you know, do some crazy stuff and you add like a bunch of milliliters of calcium or alkalinity and you come home and like, what the hell? So like I'm gonna make sure it works. And what you want to do is don't just do it for a day. Like set this timer for like, you know, like if you want to dispense, like let's say you want to dispense 4 milliliters every day. Like, you know, you probably want to get like a little container, you know, fill it up, or see if it works one day, empty the container, see if it works next day. If it keeps on spitting out water, you know it's probably good. And the only other thing, the Drew's pumps, if you're wondering, they spit out about 1.6 milliliters per minute, 1.6 per minute. So you got an idea. And of course, my lines are going to go into my sump. There's actually a stuff on BRS. It's like a kind of like a lubricant that they recommend you use for these fittings. It prolongs the life of the tubing, and it slips it on easier as well. I'm gonna buy some. It only costs like $1.50, and it's like I said, it's free shipping, so you know it's not that much money. So that's what I got. Oh, I got another cool little breakthrough right here. So you see that starfish right there? I don't know if you can see. So this guy, oh, you see that leg right there? Focus, 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 focus. Not focusing. So this guy, I bought him like a month and a half ago. And I've had my blue link here for like 6 months. He does really good. But yeah, I bought this red Formia black tip sea star, and he had some white spots, like someone had like kind of bitten a chunk out of his flesh, and it had like tried to grow back or something. Well, over time, he ended up like having like a limp limb, and he like a week and a day ago, his limb fell off in a tank, and it's like he split it. Like he purposely, it took him like 5 days, but he kept like cutting it off on his own. It was like a clear slice. It was really weird, and I thought he was gonna die, but he's actually rebuilding his arm, one of his arms. And I know a lot of people have said like, oh, once they start, you know, having problems, they just keep spreading. But the rest of his body is healthy as an ox. And he flies all around the tank. He goes everywhere, and he doesn't have any other bad spots at all. Personally, I think he's fine. I'm not the big concerned. I mean, my blue Linkia is making it just fine. I think he'll be okay too. And the reason why I say that is because me and my girlfriend look for like seashells and stuff. And this one, I guess it could be a bad omen, but if you look at this starfish right here, it's somewhat, see how this was only found at Portsmouth Island, but see how like you can tell it growed back. This washed up on the beach, and whether or not that's what's going to happen to mine, I don't know, but I think it's pretty common for like, I mean, I don't know a lot about starfish, but I wonder if it's common like when they break their arms like that or lose their limb, if like they kind of lose it more towards the base of the skeleton, because like what happened was his arm was like really longer than the other one, and then when it broke off, it like shrunk up, and now it's a lot smaller than the other 4 remaining ones. And he looks fine, like he looks like he's doing really good, so I'm not really too concerned about it. Alright, well that's it guys. I hope you guys like my video. Like I said, the tang, yeah, his head and lateral line erosion is going away at a rapid pace. It's really doing good. He had it kind of bad actually, I thought, but it's going away. His fins are healing. So he had some nipped fins and some cut fins. I got him from Blue Zoo Aquatics like, gosh, 2 months ago, and he came in not good. And when I ordered him, it took me a month and a half to get him because like they said that there were problems with the tangs. And honestly, I think the tangs that there had headline erosion because he was like that when I bought him. And then when he was in the quarantine, the 10-gallon quarantine for 2 months, letting him quarantine 2.5 months, his fins were healing really good. But once I put him in a display tank, I think where it was bigger and he could roam more and had better nutrients, it really started clearing up. And right as it started clearing up, his fins started healing back too really nicely. He had some pretty bad nips in his fins. So that was pretty kind of interesting how that happened. But I'm really pleased that he's losing it. It's going away by the minute, but you can see it if you get real close. Luckily, I think with head and lateral line erosion, as long as it's not too deep, it hasn't spread too bad, it can usually rebound. But his colors are definitely coming out more. I felt bad about keeping him in that 10-gallon quarantine. I know the tank police are going to kill me, but I just, I was trying to protect him for his own good, and the 10-gallon quarantine's all I had, so it was either take a risk of putting a diseased fish into the display tank or, I think the tank was unhappy for that period of time. I mean, he had places to hide. You guys have seen my quarantines, rocks and stuff. It's not like it's just like blank bare nothing. It's got sand and rocks, and if you watch my YouTube channels, my previous videos, it looks the same every time. So he had places to hide, but I still think that he's much happier with more space to roam. But anyways, that's a quick little video. Everything's going good. Everything's fine. Corals are growing great. Slow, but good. So hope people like my video. Hope the dosing pump video is kind of cool. I'm going to show you guys when it's done being hooked up. And this little fishies clip didn't work out the way I wanted to. See, now it's working fine. See, I don't know, whatever. Anyways, it's not the best thing in the world. They could have made a better design on that. But I like it better than the standard like suction cup. Like, you know what I mean? You can move it. So, I mean, even though it's not really all that great, it still works better. I'm going to do a separate video on that because this little piece right here is the plastic ring inside of this I was telling you about is coupled, and I think it needs to be flipped over and it'll slide easier. I just thought about that honestly because I just started using that 2 days ago. So, okay guys, there's a tank. Yep. Oh, hey, we're getting a pink skunk clownfish here pretty soon to complete my stocking. And that'll be it. I really, really, really wanted an orchid dottie back, but, I just don't think he'll go that blue assessor, and he's a dottie back, so, I really wanted one, but I wanted a pink skunk clownfish, and I'm hoping one day he'll host in the Hammer or the Duncan, or maybe if I get like a toadstool coral, but I'm worried about getting a toadstool because I hear they can cause problems with SPS. So, but I think I've heard those pink skunk clownfish will host in Duncan sometimes, but I don't really care if you host in things. I just think they're neat. I actually read some articles and they say that sometimes it's best not to have an anemone with a clownfish because it keeps them territorial, and they actually turn into more community fish when they don't have an anemone to host in. And I'm hoping that that's what he does. He's part of damselfish family, so hopefully he doesn't cause a bunch of ruckus. I'm really not worried about it. The Tanaka pygmy wrasse, yes, they are scaredy cats, but they're such quirky, odd little fish that I've done a lot of research, and they actually get left alone because they're just kind of weird. I'm a little worried about the blue assessor, maybe getting picked on, but I think he's going to be a little bit bigger than the one coming in, so hopefully that'll make a difference. And he's been in here quite a while too, so he's pretty established. So hopefully we won't have any problems. I'm not worried about the yellow clown goby. He'll hold his own. I'm not really worried about the Rainford goby because he kind of does his own thing, and they're in this different water columns. And I'm definitely not worried about him. The scissortail, he's fine. So, and I think the tang kind of balances out any type of aggression that may arise from that too. I kind of got him to be the general of the tank. Kind of got him to kind of be the the boss, so to say. Alright guys, I'm done yabbering at the mouth. So hope you guys had a good Christmas. Hey, give me some comments on what you think of this stuff. Tell me you know, if you guys, what kind of dosing pumps you use, you know, how long you've had them, any problems, you know, talk about your flame fin tangs if you got them, talk about your scissor tail dartfish, just let me know what's going on, you know. Trying to hear more comments from people here and there. So alright, guys, have a good night. Bye bye.